What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Alex Fix here. So I have a little project I'm working on. I'm going to try to do this in a few segments here. There are certain things in the movie Back to the Future that people see and people don't see. And there's people out there that collect certain things, and there's people out there that don't even see those things to be collected. One of those things that is to be collected in Back to the Future are Doc Brown's clocks in the beginning of Back to the Future. Yes. So if you pop that movie in and you start watching, you will see how many clocks Doc Brown has in the beginning of part 1 opening scene. One of those clocks I have right here. Well, it's close. And this video segment is basically going to be about restoring this clock and making it look true to the movie. So it's a green onyx clock, which is basically green marble. It's really pretty with brass inlays, and we have a crystal enclosure. It's not glass, it's crystal. And then, of course, you had the clock that was on top of it in the opening scene. So if you go back to the movie, let's see if I can put some frozen screen shots from the movie in my video here. But here we go. So this is not the exact clock, but I will make this clock look 99% accurate to the movie clock. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take this assembly out, put it in a box, and basically save it with a clock. It's attached with screws. It's nothing big. It's basically detachable. And I bought the correct guts for the inside. And then there is some damage to this clock. Somebody had dropped it, I think, and broke some of the green onyx. So I ordered some green onyx serving tray that I can cut up and use. And I'll be using that to restore it. It is very old. This clock is from, I believe, the 1800s. This clock has cracks and stuff that I'm just gonna have to live with. Possibly use some clear epoxy. The pillars need to be addressed. There's some bad breakage and damage here, and then the crystal here is broken. But this clock that I have in this box, which I was showing in the beginning, I believe has the same crystal, so I'll be able to repair this crystal door here. So let's unbox the box, shall we? And believe it or not, I've been searching for the guts of this clock for a while. It's not a very common face. It is a Waterbury clock, and it's just old. It's rare. So the clock housing for this specific clock, it really isn't that pretty. It's very basic, so I don't mind using. There's the pendulum. It looks like it might be metal. There's the face. So this ornate face, open encampment, I don't know how they call it, is what you'll see in the movie clock. The funny thing is, if you watch Back to the Future and you try to slow it down, it's very hard to see this. So you really have to like freeze frame the movie to catch. But there have been people that have been able to take photos of it in HD. So You can really see details that you wouldn't see in the movie. Now that we have the tech to do that. But there it is. It's a very pretty clock. I mean, the way this operates, I'll show you. Pretty close. This one has mercury in it. I don't know if this one does. It might. But this one definitely has mercury. Let me see if I can get it in here. There we go. Pretty cool, huh? I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Not everybody. They'd be like, what, it's just a clock. Well, you know, they don't make clocks like this anymore. They really don't. I mean, I'm sure they do, but nobody sees them. I mean, nobody really notices them. Let's see what kind of ding-ding it makes at 12:30. Did I miss it? I think I passed it. Might get it to tone, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's not chiming at on the hour and a half hour, so that's something I'm gonna have to look at. But anyway, that's the project at hand here. Yep. You're gonna change places. So we'll get some videos going here, and I'm going to add them to this this video and document the transformation of this Onyx clock to its full glory. All right, next. All right, we got ourselves a package. Let's see what we got, huh? This is the second one I ordered. The first one came in and it was not as green as I wanted it, especially for this clock. But according to the pictures they sent me for this one, it looks a lot better and closer to what I need. So hopefully, in person, that's what I need. And I believe so. Yes, perfect. Look at that. That's a beautiful green onyx right there. Now with this, I know people might cringe, but with this, I'm going to cut this into pieces to repair this old beauty. So if I put this on top here, you can kind of see the green onyx matches pretty damn close, pretty damn good. I actually started polishing this a little bit. So yeah, let's get going on this, huh? All right, so I started off by taking this this cap off, and as you can see, it's pretty simply made. Had a couple retainer knobs inside the clock that we took off. And those go in there. And then I flipped the clock upside down, and it had only one surviving retainer here and threads. So I took that off. I tried going to a couple hardware stores, but this stuff is just so old the way they built it. So it had this, and you can't even get stuff like this. And basically, that was holding this on here, just one. Which is, you know, I'm gonna have to put a modern screw over here to really secure it properly. The next thing we're gonna do is, you know, we're basically going to disassemble the entire thing. So this is all brass. We're going to clean all this up. We're going to polish it, and then do the actual case and everything. I got to take the pillars out. The pillars are all secured with the same type of system here. We got the little retaining Jesus, what are they called? Nuts, I guess. They're not the shape of a nut, but they are. That's how they operate. And they're on each one, and it goes all the way through. So take it apart, clean everything. We're gonna clean all the brass. I want to polish this up, make it look really nice. The difficult part is going to be shaving. It's not going to be too difficult. It's just have to be very precise. I got to take these off, and I don't even know if, you know, they're going to give me a problem or not. They look pretty. They've been in there a long time, very old. But I'll try putting a screwdriver that's really got a strong tip on it first, and if that doesn't work, then I'll have to get pliers and try to remove them. This one is going to be pretty scary because somebody had already glued this and obviously didn't glue it evenly on here. This one's okay, it's just a little chipped on the very end on the outside. But the only surviving piece of green onyx is the front piece. So instead of the problem I'm going to face here is I could try keeping this piece and saving it. What I'll have to do is take the saw, and when I say saw, I mean a wet saw. I can cut into, which I think this is kind of like concrete. It's some kind of stone block. So, but I need to shave it another 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 so I can fit the new green onyx. This green onyx is thick. It's got to be, I mean, that's borderline 3/8, I believe. This green onyx is about 1/4 inch. So what I'll have to do is shave into it this way to fit a brand new piece to stay within this cap. So when this sits on top, like so, the green onyx isn't protruding outside of that. It stays within it, underneath. Even though now, when I put this on here, you can see that the, is that right? Yeah. So I guess it protrudes out a little bit. It does down here. Maybe when I do the sides and the back. Well, anyway, I'm going to try to make it to where it has a minimal protrusion from underneath the actual border. So that's going to be the tricky part here, is shaving this down, because you know, somebody did replace this with wood, I believe. I can't see this being original. I'm pretty sure that this clock at some point had green onyx all the way around it, but when somebody dropped it, they broke the back and the two sides. And then polishing the brass feet, when I take those off, all that has to be polished. So the next scene you'll see here is I'll have this on a workbench. Right now I have it on a countertop in my kitchen, but we'll start doing some of this stuff together, and maybe just do some background music or something to pass the time. But we'll see what we can get done. All right, and then we're going to install this baby in the center. And this clock will be a beautiful piece of art. I marked where I need to cut this, and that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to try to cut this right along my black lines that I put on here. That'll give me more space for the new onyx. Two cuts were good, one cut was not that good, so I'm going to have to make up for it with a little bit of... Yeah, this one got cut a little crooked. You might be able to see that. I really don't know what this material is. It smells funky. Oh, no, go down, camera, go down. Ugh. All right, there we go. So we got all our pieces cut. We're gonna glue them to our original foundation, and then this is the original Onyx on the front. All this is brand new. I'm gonna polish this up, and we'll go from there. And I got plenty of leftover for any other projects, because this was a vintage green Onyx serving tray that I found on Etsy for $98, I believe. So it matched up with the clock's original Onyx. So yeah, I'll have some leftover for some other projects. All right, I just shined this up. Turned out really nice. Very ornate. And all I did was use a little Brasso. So basically went from this color to that color. So I'm going to go ahead and clean the feet up now. Brush your teeth, kids. Oh my god, this is so dirty. Slowly. Oh, and listen by. so much more to polish. I gotta wait for the base to dry. I glued the green onyx together, so that's just waiting for that to dry so I can put the legs back on. There's the base drying. Alright. And we'll be right back. Alright, now we got the pillar caps. We're going to go ahead and start cleaning those up. They're pretty tarnished. Got 8 of these to do. See what I can do here. There we go, all polished up. 4 column pieces. And then we got the base all fixed up. This is just set on here because the upper portion of the clock actually fits on here and pulls it together with the through rods, but not too bad. Looks, had to do some minor repairs with epoxy, but looks good now that it's got the green onyx all the way around. Yeah. Oh. So now we gotta polish the upper portion of the clock, secure the time mechanism, and I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to replace the glass on the back portion of the clock or just leave it broken. I just don't know anybody that could fix that unless I take it to a specialty store shop, but we'll see. Being a pain in the butt. Yes, the window. It's got a bad. This one there. I'm missing one of those things. Oh, can't do that. Fuck. Of course. I think I had there. Door. Flip her upside down. What's going on here? Come on. Why is this not lining up? And yes, I know, we did some modifications, but it was fine before I lifted. Nope. How am I more off than it was before? Nope. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Is that the one? No, this one right. There's no way that's it. Just cockeyed, man. It's not very. Oh man, this sucks. That's that one, original one, break inside of it? Must have. Must have. Yep. You can't go in far at all. clock from Back to the Future. A little bit of work, but I think it turned out pretty cool. Need to adjust a couple things. Need to adjust a couple things on it. I think the pendulum on this one actually is dragging, so I gotta modify that. But other than that, I think it turned out pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you on the next one.